Happening now, many don't realize how much of a precious commodity water is until it's gone. One New Mexico town is living that nightmare right now as its precious resource has run out. Today, though, some relief is coming their way. News 13's David Romero is live at the APD Prisoner Transport Center in downtown Albuquerque with more on this relief that is on the way. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Well, that's where APD Operation Hope comes into play, and we are joined by APD Chaplain Brian Dennison this morning. Brian, thanks for joining us. And let's start off just talking about what APD Operation Hope has been all about.
Operation Hope is just really a humanitarian effort through the police department, along with the citizens of Albuquerque, to reach out to those that are in need. And as we always do, we just want to protect and serve our community, but we always look for opportunities of what we can do just a little bit more. So Operation Hope is really just about spreading hope in communities.
How successful has this campaign been?
Overwhelming response from the community, and we just say thank you. It's just been so wonderful to see citizens and businesses coming together to partner up to help our fellow neighbors.
Estimates on what you guys have collected?
We probably have about 35 pallets right now. We're looking to take about 5 trucks down to Magdalena with the police escort. And so we're just really excited to be able to take what the citizens of Albuquerque have brought together. We've had people from Santa Fe even want to make donations.
Wow. And is this the only Operation Hope that you guys are going to have for Magdalena, or is there going to be others?
We're going to go and make a site assessment. We're going to speak with the law enforcement officials down there, hopefully some of the leaders, and see specifically what their needs are. I know that the governor and the state are working really hard to make sure that they are getting the supplies that they need, and so we're just going to go down there and see what those needs are.
Great, that sounds really awesome. Brian, thanks for joining us. We're going to talk to you again at 6:30, but again, this is a very, very good effort on APD's part to give some relief and help to those people down in Magdalena who are facing a very bad water shortage at this time. So coming up, we're going to show you guys what they're going to be taking. Back to you.
David, yeah, it's very great to hear about the response and how the community has really gotten together and donated much needed water. Thank you for that. We'll check back in with you later this morning. And at the request of Governor Martinez, the Albuquerque-Bernalillo County Water Utility Authority will be sending water tankers to Magdalena this morning to help the town as it deals with its water crisis. Happening now, the state's largest fire is now 20% contained, and there is good news for the people who live nearby. The Silver Fire has grown to 26,000 acres, but now it's burning toward the north, away from the town of Kingston. The evacuation order there was actually lifted yesterday, and many of the residents are returning home for the first time in 10 days. Firefighters say they're now confident, at least for now, that the town is out of danger. Meteorologist Kristen Van Dyke joining us once again, and you've been keeping a close eye on the weather conditions, and they haven't been favorable for the most part, right?
They haven't. The firefighters, gosh, doing such a good job statewide.
Yeah.
I mean, the conditions for these past couple of weeks, for these fires going, have been so tough on them, and it's going to be another tough day, I think, out across the west, but not quite as bad as it has been. The winds won't be as strong today over in the Gila. There's still that high fire danger, but we're also going to see a little more moisture, hopefully try to get in there over the weekend. Right now it's still going to be dry. It's going to be a mainly dry day today. We'll have to watch for a few spot dry storms to pop up. That will probably be the main concern over that way, because that will mean erratic winds, strong winds that could do some damage when it comes to the fire, and also lightning, which could start new fires. But otherwise, we are getting a little bit more humidity trying to push into the metro area and central part of the state, which will help things out up to the north, and winds won't be quite as strong as we go through the day. Right now, winds mainly out of the south and a little bit southwesterly. Winds won't be as westerly. They're going to be more from the south and west, so that helps things out a bit too. But again, fire danger is still going to be on the high side. We have red flag warnings in effect for northern, northeastern New Mexico, and also down into the Gila, where humidities are still going to be very low. I'll have your weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Kristen. A year has passed since New Mexico's most destructive wildfire wiped out more than 200 homes near Ruidoso, and there is still so much cleanup to be done. Bonito Lake remains covered in debris, and park workers say there is still a strong stench of smoke because there's been so little rain. Governor Susana Martinez toured the Little Bear fire area, then declared an emergency to release state money to prepare for flooding when it does finally rain at the burn scars. Last summer's monsoons, if you recall, caused serious flooding and even contaminated water in the Ruidoso and Alamogordo area. Well, a total ban on fireworks in one New Mexico town turns out to be illegal. Last week, the Belen City Council approved an emergency ban on all fireworks because of the drought. But city leaders have now discovered that the state law forbids a total ban. Aerial fireworks can be banned, but ground ones like spinners and cone fountains cannot. So the Belen ban has been modified.
This is not a defeat. This is a public plea for the citizens to urge caution while discharging these fireworks, because all it takes is one negligent use of a firework to cause a fire.
There has been a push in the legislature to pass a law allowing the governor to ban aerial fireworks, but opponents, especially the fireworks lobby, have blocked it. The trial of a former Albuquerque cop accused of murder is expected to continue today. Levi Chavez is accused of killing his wife and making it look like a suicide because she was allegedly going to report him for insurance fraud. Investigators say Chavez killed his wife, Tara, with his police-issued weapon. Now he claims Tara was depressed and took her own life. Tara's father, seen here, testified this week. He felt that there was no way she would ever take her own life. The family of an Albuquerque Academy grad found dead in Lake Michigan says he lived life to the fullest and wants everyone else to do the same. They say Austin Hudson Lepore loved nature and watching storms. Austin's body was found in Lake Michigan on Wednesday. The family believes he died when he ventured out to watch the lightning on the lake after he finished his finals.
It looks like, though, he just went a little too far out on the rocks and slipped and was caught in a wave. It gives us comfort that he left us doing the things he loved, looking up to the sky with a feeling of wonder, of the power of nature.
Well, Austin was going to college in Chicago. Now, medical examiners in Chicago have not yet ruled on the specific cause of death. Austin's father thanked everyone involved in the search. His mother, as you just heard her, she's a professor at UNM. She says we can all learn a lot from her 20-year-old son. She basically says, find what you're passionate about and live that fully. The University of New Mexico has a lengthy wish list for its sports teams. There are still some big ticket items remaining on the master plan that was actually created back in 2007. The 20-year outlook includes tearing down the press box at the University Stadium, building a new press box and luxury suites to stretch the length of the field. It also includes a new 3,000-seat soccer stadium, plus improvements at the Lobo baseball field. Deputy Athletic Director Tim Cass says that the football and baseball improvements are a big priority, but all of these projects do require money.
We've been actively pursuing those projects through private donations, and when the finances match the need, then we usually start construction.
Rebuilding the pit was the biggest ticket item in the master plan. That $60 million project was finished a couple of years ago.